close to town and say, can you be our representative on the board? Because you can appoint whomever you want. You just need to do that at a formal meeting. So it can be anyone. And sometimes some of the supervisors even have appointed a conservation board director, and some of them, their supervisor comes. And on the city council, sometimes it's the clerk, and sometimes it's the mayor, and sometimes it's a council member. It's whoever's really interested in that. So when you move forward, if you have even quarterly meetings, I would say, with 2 or 3 people coming, because you don't have the whole group yet, or as that moves and gets larger, you have to decide how important the issue is to you. So if you never got a planning grant, how would you work together with no money? And that's not impossible. Or how could you submit grants to help you work together more effectively? And I believe those will be available to you at some point. And so we usually write grants for watersheds to help improve water quality or reduce flooding. We do a lot of that. We've done millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars in grants for watersheds.
Well, to me, I would think even if you don't get grant money right away, just getting communities talking to each other up
Absolutely.
and down lays the groundwork. Because this is, I think, going to be one of the big issues. And I know Senator Sojourn was involved in the study committee this summer for water quality in the state of Iowa. And, I think even if it takes us several years to get to the point where there's money out there available, if you've got the groundwork, it's
You are exactly right. So think of those watershed alliances in the other watersheds. They actually set the stage for those watersheds to become Watershed Management Authority watersheds, and then to bring in all this money. So just at least start, get something going. You can build on anything as long as you get it started.
Does anybody else have any other questions for Laura?
Well, other than the fact, can we make a motion to work with the county and Soil and Water?
To sign the 2080 agreement?
Yeah, to move forward with this, unless somebody has some strong objection.
Do you want a copy of the 2080 agreement modified to reflect the Upper Wapsie River Watershed District?
Yeah, whatever. Are you?
Basically, that's what the information you got, just start out with, and then we'll refine it to go from there.
So what you had given us that said Turkey River, we would just replace Turkey River with Wapsie, Upper Wapsie River?
Yeah.
And the rest of the wording would pretty much be...
I couldn't take the other one off of there. Let's say I'm not that good at typing, so I can take that there, I can take the name off, so I just look at what's there and then imagine that it said Wapsie instead of Turkey River.
And we'll get you guys a Word document.
Yeah, we'll get it to you.
Thank you.
And there is actually, the Turkey Watershed Management Authority made a couple revisions. For example, they said, we don't want to have our annual meeting in July, we just need it in the third quarter of the year, because it was hard sometimes for them to meet in July. So there's some simple things like that were changed, so we'll make sure you get the most up-to-date.
And those things can be changed along the way once you've
Yes.
signed the 2080 agreement and get
Absolutely.
started.
I'll get the information out as soon as I get it tomorrow. I'll get it to news media and everybody. And the 4th of September, it will have a PowerPoint to get more refined. And I realize a lot of people can't make it, but we can get something started.
But we won't have another council meeting until the 8th. And if this is due the 19th, is this something that can wait till the 8th for us to actually vote on whether to be a part of it?
It's up to you. I don't, that window where you have to submit your 2080 and get approval is just how long that takes. And it seems to me like I thought it took 2 or 3 days. But this was a couple years ago.
So we'd almost have to do this next week, by the end of the week.
You just want to do it as soon as you can. Since you're only going to have 3 entities signing it and just getting it in there, if you can just get it done sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
If it's just to sign the 28E, why don't we do it right now?
This,
Well, I
you
think-
guys, that's up to you guys, whether
I
you
think
want to
we
make a motion second.
Probably ought to have that reviewed, obviously, just because.
Well, it hasn't been worded out yet, but I mean,
Do you
we
wanna-
agreed to.
Do you want to make the motion subject to approval by the city attorney and
Good?
City manager.
the city manager?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
That way you can act and yet we do do our due diligence.
Yeah, if we can-
to at least
I'll
read
make
it.
that
If we could do some
motion right
things in the
now.
process
Okay.
that, you know, and slip the 28E up where it needs to be in time enough to make the grant application.
Okay, we do have a motion on the
Danny
floor
made
from
that.
Danny to actually do the 28 agreements, subject to the city attorney and city manager being able to finalize the wording and all this type of thing.
I'll second it.
Second from Holland.
Good
Get
enough
all
for me.
that? Okay. I do think this is something we want as a roll call.
That's what you have down.
Yes. Do what?
That's what you have on the.
Yeah. Okay. Holland?
Yes.
Lenius?
Yes.
Vaughn?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Ellenbach?
Yes.
Grover?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Okay, motion carried.
And if you need any help administratively, let me know. I'll be more than happy. I'm retired, so. And I know my way around words, so that would be.
John doesn't do sidewalks.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for coming along, and Ralph for being here, and onward and upward. It's a good cause.
I'll get you the information, keep you informed of everything that I know, so that we can,
Okay.
Thank you,
Alrighty.
Ralph. It's nice to be on the point once.
well,
Is this on your bucket list, Ralph?
You might-
well, I'm supposed to be retiring. It says
That's
to
why I
be
asked
retired,
you that.
I'm going to be involved, as you know. About 42 years in politics now, I'm pretty well involved in stuff, so.
I don't think you're gonna be capable of just sitting back either, so you're gonna be involved.
And I realize
Okay.
everything I've tried hasn't worked, but I keep telling them, I said, you don't know unless you keep trying. Don't quit,
Yep.
keep trying.
Yep.
That's what you gotta do.
I appreciate your involvement, and Laura for yours also. Okay, we're onward to resolutions. Number 3, motion to adopt a resolution approving the street finance report for fiscal year ended June 30th, 2014.
That was in the packet, wasn't it?
That was
Yep.
in
I
the,
read that.
Yeah,
so
I
I'll
did
make a
too.
motion to approve it.
I'll second it.
okay, motion by Hill, second by Lenius. Roll call, please.
Holland,
Yes.
Lenius,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Ellenbach,
Yes.
Grover,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Motion carried, thank you. Number 4, motion to adopt a resolution approving the cellular communications policy for city employees. I believe that was on your Dropbox also.
Is that council people too?
No,
Oh.
sorry.
The, one thing I'd like to mention, and it's probably for Al's benefit, I mean, this is something that evidently they talked about last year in the council. We've talked about it since the very beginning when we all came on, and
Kept
for a
postponing,
for a number of reasons, it was postponed.
yes.
And I think it's very necessary. We do have 3 people who choose to use, rather than carry multiple phones. It's my opinion that we should at least go back, to the beginning of the year or something retro for these people, because they've waited on us as a council and watched us do nothing. So, I believe it's 3 that we're talking about. And, well, it would be Doug, Captain Brinkema, and Bob Beatty. Those 3 are the ones that have pretty patiently waited on us. So, I think we owe it to them to at least go back retroactively to the beginning of the year. I know this went on in the previous council too, and even at the beginning of the year, we talked about going back, further than that. I think it's just something that we would recommend that you work with them on how you want to implement it and do that. Otherwise, I'll make a motion to approve it.
You may wanna make that motion and specifically say that, that the city manager should
Work
make
with
it
those 3.
retroactive to those 3 employees you stated,